You will only even acknowledge he exists if he's ignored how he feels 99% of the time before that. The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. Most men are basically invisible.
Okay, here's the deal. There are three ways of argument: ethos, logos, and pathos. Pathos is the one where we are arguing based on emotion. I don't need to prove that my statistics are correct or that morally I'm in the right. All I need to do is say the right thing to get you to have the emotional response of, I feel the exact same way. That's what the Manosphere is. That's what Andrew Tate is doing in that video right now. He is using pathos to trigger a response in the specific demographic of men who are lonely, single, low on the career ladder, and with an awful self-esteem. He's able to give that argument to them so that way they're able to feel seen and heard, and then we're able to spread a message of hate. The sad part is Andrew Tate is not original. We have been living generations upon generations of men spreading hate. Men in power spreading hate. And we're going to put a stop to it in this generation. I'm done. I'm done with fathers telling their sons, real men don't cry. I'm done with men who've been rejected by women feeling it's okay to keep pursuing and to keep harassing and not just take the L. I'm done with the belief that success only comes from stealing from other people. These are all things that we have taught each other and have created this beautiful mess in 2026. We now have these hurt, injured men joining ICE, and now people are dying. We're done. We're going to stop it. So I help people heal. I believe that everyone has the power to let go of their own pain, their own wounds, and their own traumas to be able to help build a better life for themselves. And I take pride in helping people do that. So in this video series, we're going to be working with the imaginary man, the generalized manosphere demographic. So this man is younger, so preferably between, let's say, 20, 26, 27, that age gap. They've just graduated school. They are facing the real world for the first time. They are single. They are either living with their parents or living in a not so nice apartment space. And they have immensely low self-esteem. This could be because of physical attributes, or it could just be constantly comparing themselves to others and beating themselves up because of it. That's our guy. And we're going to be taking everything that's in the manosphere, dismantling it to help our client. So the first thing that we need to do is start recognizing patterns. My favorite phrase that I've said before going on my own journey, and I get so excited when I hear clients say it because it tells me that they're recognizing the cycles, is why does this keep happening to me? That sentence, why does this keep happening to me, is the invitation of, oh, something isn't right. And now we're able to start processing. But what's the biggest pattern of all? Masculinity. What does it mean to be a man? When I was growing up, it was sports, it was cars, it was girls. When I was a kid, there was a whole TV show called 1,000 Ways to Die. And it had every single masculine trope in there. And it was just a narrator describing the most absurd ways that people have died in real life. And it was recreations of these deaths. But there was beer being poured and mechanical gears shifting and women in bikinis. And it was like, yeah, men, huh, around death. Around death. That's the masculine pattern of what it means to be a man. That's not what it means to be a man. It's not. If you're into cars, awesome. If you're into sports, cool. If you're heterosexual, congrats. But those together should not be the masculine trope. What I'm going to talk about in the next video is something called the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And what this is essentially two parts of every single human. It's a spiritual practice. Every single human has a divine masculine and a divine feminine. And when those are balanced, we feel great. We feel fine. When those are imbalanced, that's when hijinks ensue. You're going to find that the masculine traits that are defined in the divine masculine have nothing to do with dominance and aggression and competition and comparison. It's more about when to take action versus when to rest. When to have a conversation with someone versus when to protect yourself and your loved ones and setting boundaries. Things like that. So that's what we're going to be diving into in the next video. But the biggest thing to all the guys out there, you're not alone. That's the first thing. We feel alone. We feel like we can't talk to anyone. We feel like sharing emotions makes us weak. But I promise you, there's a whole group of us that are feeling the same way. So let that sink in. Process everything that I said any way that you want. And wait for the next video. Because we're going to break this all down. And we're going to figure out a plan. So that way you're not thinking that the only way to your own happiness is to be a jerk.